Hello everyone, we are back with more. Now we're on the prophecy, Anathema Ultima, the Viscerum prophecy. We're tracking down Nathaniel Grexus so that he can give us some information on Xenos relics so that we can figure out exactly where this relic that will supposedly help the Alpha Pariah focus their abilities. Alright. The prophecy provided the Harlequin refers to a mighty entity that could be capable of sealing the Dark Nexus and potentially changing the fate of the entire galaxy. This entity might be the Alpha Pariah, but she needs a mysterious fabricated relic to control her immense power. I found no usable information in the archives on the item in question, but Captain Van Note is a useful acquaintance. The individual is Nathaniel Grexus, a rogue trader with good connections to smugglers of Xenos technology. Well then, we're just gonna have to go and beat him up and get the information we need, right? He likes to be beaten up. Nah, he doesn't. When we found him, he was a prisoner, and he didn't like being a prisoner. A prisoner or a poopener.
The tech priest has sent out several scryer skulls. We have a hit on Grexus.
And what is our old friend doing here exactly?
May I hazard a guess? Old Nathaniel Grexus must be quite busy with one of his suspicious deals.
This area is a hideout for rebellious deserters. Whatever he is doing here, I will most certainly not approve.
Are you willing to face an army of rebels?
They will have a chance to show penitence.
They will have a chance. And they've already.
They had a chance to show penitence. Now they have left me no choice.
Did they have a chance? I just walked into the area and they started firing on me. Seems like it was predetermined. Holy shit, that burst the speed. But they were gonna try and fuck on me. Lulu, I got some apples. Lulu, that guy's gigantic. He dead.
We have the picked feed from the scryer skulls.
You have betrayed me, you filthy rat!
First, call me a rat again and I will break your jaw. Secondly, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Really? An Imperial agent has landed in the zone. Tell me it was not you.
Don't you dare pin this on me, you scoundrel.
Snitches like you deserve death. But we can use you as a hostage. Lads, watch this filth while I deal with this mess.
Oh. Okay.
Great. Old Grexus is being, well, himself again.
I like how he's once again a
I've no time
hostage.
to lose.
He wasted no time in being a damsel in distress again. It is easier to get the kills with the jump attack on this against these guys than it is against any of the Xenos races. They seem to have like a much higher constitution than the humans do. Not including the Ogrons. They take permanent damage. Got him. Look at that. Like, eviscerated. Moving on. I'm still nothing wrong with it. Okay. Get to die.
The moment of your execution is here.
Be careful, Inquisitor. They have fortified their camp with advanced defense systems.
Recoil unseen.
Got him. Alright, now we got this stupid rocket launcher here to deal with. Okay. We're moving on. Oh, I haven't used any banners yet. Oops. I mean, not that they're needed for anything, it's just dropping them gets me more points towards completing them.
These rebels are surprisingly well equipped for a group of simple deserters.
Commander Larkett, my understanding is that you and your men formerly served in the Astra Militarum. I must confess that if that is indeed true, your utter lack of discipline is a sad reflection on the current standards of the Imperial military. I harbor no doubts about your loyalty, but as the person financing your company, I will not tolerate delays and disobedience. My work is of paramount importance, yet you waste your resources on petty mischief. You have failed to deliver my shipment in time because you are too busy organizing your illicit Promethean plan. I trust you will not fail me again, or I will make you my new research subject, the Savant.
The contacts of Captain Grexis seem to dabble in Prometheum smuggling as well. These rebels have a shadowy benefactor with the moniker the Savant. That could be an important lead.
The Savant. We're tracking down a relic that will help the Alpha Pariah control her abilities.
These rebels keep dealing in all sorts of dubious activities.
The increasing warp surge has tore the sector apart for a very long time, fragmenting the largest Astra Militarum regiment
You
into
killed me for the last time. Every villain
Those
ever.
who are weak of faith are falling into the abyss of foul treachery. The Emperor.
That's Zane's greeting when he meets new people. He just tells them that they failed him for the last time. Ellen, my love, I miss you and the children so much. I still pray to the Emperor to bring you back to my life soon. Old habits die hard, I guess. I remember my promise, but I can't tell you much about the current job. Balthasar still reads through our correspondence if he is bored, just like the old days, and there isn't much to tell, really. I'm mostly on guard duty, this time patrolling an abandoned Prometheum field on an Emperor-forsaken dirt ball. Not the most lucrative business, but since Anderson's demise, we try to keep a low profile. I'm still thinking about the Colonel a lot. He could be insufferable, but fate handed him terrible cards. Stranded on a starving hive world, cut off by a warp surge. What else could he do? If the Commissar had been a bit more open-minded, the whole thing could have ended better. After all, it was an us-or-them situation. I know, let bygones be bygones. A survivor from Carnus Maxima told me that the Colonel had tried to make a deal with an Inquisitor. Fosterheim? To redeem the regiment. Dealing with those bloodthirsty bastards usually isn't the brightest idea, but I can't blame him. Mostly if your only choices are the penal regiments or the gallows. He tried at least, and that's more than I can say about most of us. On a happier subject, the Savant kept his word, and with the new supplies, we're starting to look like soldiers again. Not a bad feeling, I must admit. And the work could be much worse. We're not taking slaves, and there is no pointless killing. We are not free from danger, but at least I can sleep well. I'm counting the days until my next leave with love, Will. Alright, so, last night was great. You never have to play with like 15 fuckers, so they literally failed you for the last time. No more people running ice tombs to random fucking spots in Sindragosa when you literally put two flares down on the exact spots to go and call them by name and tell them exactly what to do with an 8-second window to react. They can't fail you again if they did. Also, don't you need to stand on the red glowing places? Surely the boss can't do that much damage. Cindy puts an arrow over a random person's head every 30 seconds, and 5 to 10 seconds later it turns them into an ice tomb. If anyone is near them, they also get tuned. It gets rough when you have to kill extras.
Reloading.
It's true. And Asane used to scissor with every person who screwed it up. So it got really rough because you have to scissor with like 30 people a night.
Loading.
You have a big arrow over your head, you run to the healer, right? Sure. The Emperor's light has found me.
Inquisitor! What a sight for sore eyes.
Not a remark that I hear often, I must admit.
I bet. But you have saved my precious hide again. Praise the Emperor.
I had some pressing reasons to seek you out, Grexus.
I sense a recurring pattern here, Inquisitor. I'm always glad to help the Imperium.
You'd be fucking amazed at how many people have done that while 24 people are telling them how to go left for 8 seconds. I play MOBAs. I stopped being surprised by people's stupidity years ago. World of Warcraft attracts some people who really don't want to listen to anyone. That's true. Although you do get the occasional thing in FF14, like, hey, complete the Relentless Slaughter Heroic, dude. Kill 5,000 enemies. Ooh, I think that's the one I've been trying to get with the melee attacks. Yes, it is. Hang on a sec.
So tell me, Inquisitor, how can I assist the Imperium today?
I hear that you are an expert on Xenos relics.
Oh, well, I've only dabbled in the fine arts, unless you want to transport them unnoticed by Imperial authorities. Then I am definitely your man.
Let us pretend I didn't hear that. I am trying to locate a unique Xenos artifact.
In that case, I might know of someone who could be of help. They call him the Savant.
The shadowy figure behind your criminal friends.
Who said anything about friends? I was led to believe that they conduct legitimate business. Or misled, rather. That savant, on the other hand, is far from a law-abiding citizen. He, or she, is running an operation dealing in black market Xenos art in the subsector.
And where could I find this savant?
I have no idea. But I can lead you to the base of those despicable gentlemen you have just obliterated. Righteously, of course. They are business partners now.
I hope that your assumption is correct, and I will find information about the savant's whereabouts there.
Okay. So, I was going to make a joke about Nick asking us how certain mechanics work after we've killed the boss 7 times. Which, you know, it's good that you ask. I appreciate the asking. Confused why it took so long, but... Horde for life. Blood Elves make Horde unplayable for you. The people who go Blood Elves piss you off. But why? Alright, we gotta find the savant. Smuggler's Den. I found Captain Nathaniel Grexus negotiating a suspicious deal with a group of rebellious Imperial guards. In the following altercation, I managed to rescue him and learn the identity of the savant, a dubious collector of rare Xenos artifacts. Luckily, Nathaniel Grexus turned out to be a valuable informant after all. He was able to give me the coordinates to the headquarters that the savant's headsmen use. Did someone giving me an excuse? I didn't explain the mechanics to someone. They got mad when I just replied with logs of that person doing Syndicosa 42 times. Yeah. I mean...
And now comes the hard part. You will need to make these unworthy Imperial subjects reveal the location of the savant.
I don't have time to deal with prisoners and interrogations.
New spheric analysis shows various cogitators in the area. All properly cleansed and maintained.
Good suggestion. Those machines are probably being actively used by these rebels to conduct their operations. They might provide the information I need.
Like on P11 when Nick was like, why do you turn the boss this very specific way? I'm like, alright, that's a valid question, Nick. Thank you for asking. I'm surprised it took you 30 kills of this boss to ask that question, but you know what? Cool. Alright, that's what I want to hear. And yeah, Syndicosa is a fight where if you've successfully done the fight like fucking 42 times, you know how to do the fight.
Be careful, Inquisitor. The Argus shows several patrols moving around in the target area. Distance from those barrels. One careless shot and the whole area will go up in flames.
Nah, they're fine. World of Warcraft is a fun time, but at the same time, it can be extremely aggravating. Right, I don't need to worry about, like, getting the melee kills anymore. Although, the leap attack is still very powerful.
Watch out, Inquisitor. Those towers will alert the nearby troops.
Everyone's a PMet in WoW.
As I can't silence the alarm, I'll face some serious
So, saying how many people were upset about going?
I couldn't disable the alarm in time.
Oh, there it is.
Finally, silence.
Anyway, how many people in your group? I was saying that number. Oh, right. How many of them went goblin? Nobody. I didn't tell them. I'm gonna just not do sign-ups.
I would rather have my tech priest dealing with this.
Cogitator data is fragmented. Crypto litanies are remarkably well versed for those unskilled in the tech mysteries.
Can you decipher it?
A larger sample would exponentially lower the estimated time cost of the procedure.
So much for a surgical strike. I will clear the areas and access the other cogitators. The Emperor's light has found me.
Stop going for the time in. Yeah. Well, my leg is getting close to healing, I think. It kind of feels like it's getting a lot better. So I'm probably going to start getting people together for Criterion. I really should say my back, because technically it's my back, but I feel it in my leg, so... I'm gonna fart. It's gonna stink.
If I can't silence the alarm, I'll face some serious resistance. Not that I'm complaining. Let's see what happens now.
Yeah, let's see what happens now. Alright, evaluation of the unknown Xenos artifact carried out on behalf of Commander Larkin. The item in question was received for in-depth analysis without any context regarding its origins or the circumstance of how it was obtained. The Fabricatus tag in the attached data wafer is clearly just an unofficial term to describe a long-extinct Xenos race. I have only found passing references to them in the infotomes. Fabricatus objects have solely been discovered in the Caligari sector, dating from millions of years ago. Conclusion Alpha. The ornaments on the item bear a strong resemblance to Necron symbology. Ooh! The significant alterations suggest that these Xenos symbols were used without properly understanding their meaning. My theory is that the Fabricatus discovered Necron technology and tried to copy it. Conclusion Beta, the cipher servitors with the attached cerebral glossalia modules managed to decrypt one short segment. It contains references to a final war, when the real space and the warp will extinguish each other, unleashing the apocalypse of the entire galaxy. But at this stage, I will require more samples to offer more insight. Summary: smugglers employed the servitors or services of Amagos to analyze the Xenos relics for them. Based on his research on a Fabricatus artifact, he assumed that this long-extinct race must have discovered the remains of Necron technology millions of years ago and tried to reverse engineer it.
Still no data on the location of the person of interest. Located an infotome tagged Fabricatus and Requillery, though.
That unique term again. What could you find out about them?
Data serfs recently finished combing through the material. warning. 99.9% speculation.
Give me a summary.
The Fabricators were a Xenos race, confined to the Caligari sector. Extinct for several millions of standard years. Hypothesis, based on Fabricators archaeofragments. These Xenos tried to adapt Necron technology, with no significant result.
Sane also tried to adapt Necron technology. Also with no significant result. Scratch my leg. Okay.
Teleport beacon in range.
Okay. Go over here then. That man walked into that and got destroyed. I'm this late in the game and I just realized that if I just hold the melee button, she'll just like stand there and like let the saw blade do its thing.
My ears are bleeding. I must stop this Emperor-forsaken noise.
Dead.
My ears are bleeding. I must stop this Emperor-forsaken noise. Teleport beacon in range.
Okay.
Let's see what happens now.
Where are they even coming from? They just like spawned way over here, but my research has reached the stage where it requires my most devoted attention. I must temporarily abandon the supervision of the trade in Xenos Relic and leave those imbecile deserters in charge, which is not a decision I take lightly. What else could I do though? The research on the synaptic pseudo-generator unit has clearly reached the stage where it requires thorough field tests in Xenos subjects. I have chosen Vorogov to set up my laboratory in one of the sanctums we use with Team Sigma, working under the command of the janitor extremists after the quarantine protocols were initiated. I will not make the same mistakes as that weak-minded Magos in charge and intend to conduct my experiments from the safety of the underground vault.
Encrypted business transaction and financial correspondence analyzed between local subjects and a person with the name tag Savant. Astra Telepathica codes identify the system and the world where the messages originated.
Then we have what we were looking for. It's time to pay a visit to this savant.
Be prepared for anything, Inquisitor. The Savant has a fearsome reputation in my circles.
Hopefully the agents of the Ordos have a similar reputation in your circles.
People's gonna fuck on me even though we're done the battle? Alright. Seems like a good endpoint, actually. Okay. Let's talk to the captain.
Did you verify the coordinates we had for that mysterious savant?
I did, Inquisitor. It is on Dvorgov, a quarantine world still infested by tyrannids which could spell trouble. Speaking of trouble, there is also an astropathic transmission for you from an Inquisitor of the Ordo Malleus.
I'm Inquisitor Corax, a demon hunter of the Ordo Malleus, and I require your immediate attention. We need your assistance in a most important matter. Find me on my stronghold in the Ventus system. Corax out.
Change of plans, Inquisitor?
No. If you ask me, the Demon Hunters are a secretive branch of the Inquisition, with an exaggerated sense of self-importance. Corax can wait. I must find the Savant first.
Alright. Well, that's going to be leading to something eventually, but yeah, here we go. We are done.